The World Football Elo Ratings is a ranking system for men's national teams and association football. The method used to rank teams is based upon the Elo rating system method but modified to take various football-specific variables into account. These ratings should not be confused with the FIFA World Rankings, which is more prevalent because it is the official rating system used by the international governing body of football to rank national teams. The ratings consider all international A matches for which results could be found. Ratings tend to converge on a team's true strength relative to its competitors after about 30 matches. Ratings for teams with fewer than 30 matches should be considered provisional. The FIFA Women's World Rankings system uses a modified version of the Elo formula, whereas the FIFA Men's Ranking system uses a non-Elo formula. Top 60 ranking. The following table shows World Football Elo ratings on July 10, 2014, using data from the World Football Elo Ratings website and updated with recent results. Each national team's FIFA World Rankings are shown as they were on June 5, 2014. Cell color indicates confederation. Strongest teams since the mid to late 1960s. Time-averaged Elo or Elo-like scores are routinely used to compare chess player strengths. The following is a list of the national teams with the highest average Elo score from January 1, 1970 to July 1, 2014. Before this time, intercontinental play was fairly limited and many nations in Africa, North America, and Asia had played too few games yet to create a representative Elo score. Since Elo scores reflect past accomplishments, the table represents the relative strength of national teams since the mid to late 1960s. List of number 1 teams. The following is the list of nations who have achieved the number 1 position on the World Football Elo ratings since 2000, ranking by days as leaders since January 1, 2000, all-time highest ratings. The following is a list of national football teams ranked by their highest Elo score ever reached. Averages by decade. The table below shows the teams with the best average Elo score per decade. Because the Elo paragraph scores take into account past achievements with an INC of months, the averaging over a decade is more representative of the team's strengths for a decade starting a few years earlier and ending with the latest results of the decade relatively underweighted. For instance, this partially explains England claiming number 3 spot despite missing 2 WCs in the 70s, boosted by results legacy from the late 60s. Or conversely, the surging of France in the late 90s and Spain in the late 2000s not being fully reflected in that decade but rather on the subsequent one. Highest rated matches. A list of the 10 matches between teams with the highest combined Elo ratings. History. The Elo system, developed by Hungarian-American mathematician Driver Pada Permil, is used by FIDE, the International Chess Federation, to rate chess players, and by the European Go Federation, to rate Go players. In 1997, Bob Runyon adapted the Elo rating system to international football and posted the results on the Internet. He was also the first maintainer of the World Football Elo Ratings website, now maintained by Kirill Bulagin. Overview. The Elo system was adapted for football by adding a weighting for the kind of match, an adjustment for the home team advantage, and an adjustment for goal difference in the match result. The factors taken into consideration when calculating a team's new rating are, the team's old rating, the considered weight of the tournament, the goal difference of the match, the result of the match, the expected result of the match. The different weights of competitions in descending order are, World Cup finals, Continental Championships finals and intercontinental tournaments, World Cup and Continental Championship qualifiers, all other tournaments, friendly matches. The single difference is Elo giving a special treatment for minor tournaments, while FIFA consider them as friendly matches. These ratings take into account all international A matches for which results could be found. Ratings tend to converge on a team's true strength relative to its competitors after about 30 matches. Ratings for teams with fewer than 30 matches should be considered provisional. Match data are primarily from International Football 1872, a Euro-present website. Basic calculation principles. The basic principle behind the Elo ratings is only in its simplest form similar to that of a league. Unlike the FIFA tables, who effectively run their table as a normal league table, but with weightings to take into account the other factors. The ELO system has its one formula which takes into account the factors mentioned above. There is no first step as in the FIFA system where a team immediately receives points for the result. There is just one calculation in the ELO system. The ratings are based on the following formulae. Or, where. Status of match. The status of the match is incorporated by the use of a weight constant. The weight is a constant regarding the weight, or importance of a match, defined by which tournament the match is in. They are as follows. Number of goals. The number of goals is taken into account by use of a goal difference index. G is increased by half if a game is won by 2 goals, and if the game is won by 3 or more goals by a number decided through the appropriate calculation shown below. If the game is a draw or is won by 1 goal. If the game is won by 2 goals. If the game is won by 3 or more goals, where n is the goal difference. Table of examples. Result of match. W is the result of the game. Expected result of match. W is the expected result from the following formula. Where drive equals the difference in ratings plus 100 points for a team playing at home. So drive of 0 gives 0.5, of 120 gives 0.666 to the higher ranked team and 0.334 to the lower, and of 800 gives 0.99 to the higher ranked team and 0.01 to the lower. Examples. The same examples have been used on the FIFA World Rankings for a fair comparison. Some actual examples should help to make the methods of calculation clear. In this instance it is assumed that 3 teams of different strengths are involved in a small friendly tournament on neutral territory. Before the tournament the 3 teams have the following point totals. Thus, Team A is by some distance the highest ranked of the 3. The following table shows the points allocations based on 3 possible outcomes of the match between the strongest Team A and the somewhat weaker Team B. Example 1, Team A versus Team B. Example 2, Team B versus Team C. When the difference in strength between the 2 teams is less, so also will be the difference in points allocation. The following table illustrates how the points would be divided following the same results as above, but with 2 roughly equally ranked teams, B and C, being involved. Note that Team B loses more ranking points by losing to Team C than by losing to Team A. See also, FIFA World Rankings, FIFA Women's World Rankings, Elo Rating System, Unofficial Football World Championships, Statistical Association Football Predictions, Notes. External links, World Football Elo Ratings, How the Rankings are Calculated, Interactive Map of World Football Elo Ratings, Football Databases World Club Ratings.